Welcome to Tech Talk, y'all.
Hello, and welcome to Tech Talk, y'all, episode 414. I'm Sanjay Parekh.
And I'm Adam Walker, and it's a Wednesday, and we're not ready for it. This is our second time starting the show because the first time was a bust. So
And that's how we roll.
that means it's going to be a great episode filled with twists and turns that you can't even imagine coming into it. So
I don't know if this is a great commercial for Edgewise.Media since we're having to do a second take and we're admitting a second take, but it actually is a good commercial for Edgewise.Media because we will always do it right.
that's right.
Although OG listeners on this show have heard us do it wrong many times.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. It's always amazing.
Okay.
It's magical. It's magical. Yeah.
So, by the way, this show is brought to you by Edgewise.Media, our company together that helps organizations create a lot of social media, a lot of social content.
A lot of shows, a lot of
ways to interact with your client base, your customers, or just to be out in the real world and not inundated with AI slop. So if you want to do that, give us a call, drop us an email.
1-8. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, we'll stop there. Yeah, it's like an infomercial. Right? You can get OxyClean. Like that was what's about to happen. So I can sell you some OxyClean if you need me to, or the ShamWow, dude. I can crush the ShamWow.
I'm just telling you right now.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many years it's been since I've heard the words ShamWow.
I'm just here to bring back the nostalgia, Sanjay. That's what I do. I'm very good at it.
That there was a ShamWow right there.
A ShamWow moment. All right, listen. We got a great episode for you today. Let's just dive in. First article, and I'm gonna start doing this, by the way. Several Meta employees have started calling themselves quote AI builders, and I think that's what I am. I'm an AI. I build software like almost daily. At this point, not daily, weekly for sure. At this point, I'm building software with AI, and it's so great. It makes my life so great. It's so good. Like I'm using a little tool to organize myself, like a little personal CRM tool for a project I'm working on, and I'll build it out, and then I'll be like, oh, I really wish this tool did this. So then I just go into Lovable. And I ask it to do that, and then it does do that. It's so great. It's so great. So, yeah.
Yeah, I got to say, I think I'm the same way, though I don't use Lovable, and we're going to actually talk about Lovable in just a moment.
Yeah, we are.
A lot of AI building. I think I said it on the show before. It is amazing how advanced these models have gotten.
Wow.
And it's funny because I was talking to somebody just recently, and I was like, trying to explain to them, like, look, it seems like it's smart. It's not smart. It's not reasoning. Like we talked about that, I think, on the previous show about the, 50 meters away is the car wash and the whole thing.
Yeah.
It can't reason. It's just ingested a lot of data, and the things that we're asking it, honestly, are so pedestrian that it's
correct.
Easy to answer based on ingesting a bunch of data.
Yeah, I mean, if you need outside the box reasoning, outside the box thinking, contrarian thinking,
it's not going to do it.
It can't do. That's not built for that. It's built for literally the opposite of that. Like, what is the mean answer to this massive thing? That's what it's built for, essentially.
Right.
So
and it works for a lot of stuff, and we'll talk about it in a little bit. One of the things that we've worked on that has radically changed thanks to AI. Stay tuned in the Tech Rex for that.
Yeah.
But next up, and the alter case to that first story, Lovable hosted app littered with basic flaws exposed 18,000 users, researcher claims. So we have seen this time and time again. And, Lovable and most of the AI builders are basically like, hey, we told you AI is not perfect. You need to check the results. But the problem is that they're empowering people that are not technical to build software that then just assume that it's done right, and it's not done right. There are a lot of ways that these things, and look, regular human programmers get this wrong as well. So this is not like,
we may have talked about that on this show a time or two.
I mean, this is not just an AI thing. This is just a programming thing. But if you've got somebody that's at the wheel, that doesn't know what they're doing, then these kinds of things are going to happen.
Well, and I will tell you, Lovable does run security scans, and it gives you security alerts and has you review them, and it asks like if you want to fix them and things like that. And I think it might have mentioned that in this article as well. So I think Lovable does actively try to do that. Now that said, right? If I built an app on Lovable that had any meaningful number of users, I would be, number one, having it run those security scans and making sure those things were fixed. The second thing I would be doing is having something else run those scans as well. Like I'd be running other scans as well. Hopefully making sure like one AI checking another AI can sort of help bridge that gap to some degree. And I think it probably can to a degree. And then, of course, once it gets to a certain level, a certain scale, you should have somebody that knows what they're doing look at it as well. So,
I think these things, like everything, right? Like if we talked about this a year ago with these AI tools, and I used them a year ago, and I didn't keep using them because they were garbage. Like how bad they were, and how like just in a loop they were stuck of like, oh, I broke this now, and oh, I'll fix that, and oh, now I broke this, and it just never got anywhere. It is amazing how far it has gotten now. I think the same thing will happen around these other things. It's only a matter of time. It's just we're not there yet.
Yeah, totally agree. All right, next up, forget solid state batteries. That's so last year. Forget solid state batteries. Researchers have made a lithium-ion breakthrough that could boost range and drastically lower costs. And I'm going to let Sanjay explain it to you because he understands what this is talking about.
So they figured out a gel electrolyte to use instead, and I have forgotten kind of the details of it at this point, but basically, it lets the battery be discharged and charged more often, more cycles, and increases the energy density of the lithium-ion battery as well. So, that could be a good thing, right? Increasing, and it sounds like that there's not like a new manufacturing technology that is needed to make this happen. So the cost shouldn't be prohibitive either. I
feel like every 2 to 3 months, we have like some battery story that's like some mega breakthrough. Forget this. Now it's this. Forget this. Now it's this. Forget, like, it's like, but I think what's interesting is that it feels like battery technology is moving so fast in so many different directions that ultimately what it's going to mean is that it maybe one thing wins out, or maybe multiple things win out, but they're going to get substantially better. I think in the relatively near future. Which I'm very satisfied by.
I think there's very long-ranging impacts of all of this stuff, right? Like deploying batteries like this into the grid for grid resiliency, so we don't have outages and blackouts and things like that. But also for like your phone and things like that then can last longer. And all of these manufacturers are doing this. It's funny. I was just looking at, don't have an article about this, but I was looking at the Aura ring and the Ultra Human ring, because some folks have been recommending the Aura one. I started looking at Ultra Human. Ultra Human apparently can't ship their newest product into the US because of a patent dispute with Aura. But I was looking at the Ultra Human ring, and the new one that they've now just released. Now realize this is a ring. It'll go up to 15 days on a charge. Which I'm like, how?
That's my biggest complaint about my Ultra Human ring, is that it doesn't stay. Like, I'm looking at moving to the Whoop next, because the Whoop stays charged for 14 days at a time. Like, if it's on your wrist. But I mean,
so maybe what you need to do is go to another country where you can order the Ultra Human ring,
or just have somebody in another country order it for me and ship it over.
Or that. Perhaps. I was trying to get you a vacation out of this. But,
I can take a vacation. Okay, all right. Interesting.
I got to go to Canada to, I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe not Canada. Maybe somewhere Europe,
Toronto,
someplace
as
Europe.
one does. So.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Next up, and this is an interesting one because I've actually used this app. And I don't know if you have, but Uber acquiring parking app Spot Hero as it moves beyond ride hailing and food delivery. Have you used Spot Hero before?
I have not, and I've always been curious how it works, because like, how do you reserve a parking spot? Like, how is that a thing? So like, tell me.
Yeah, so it is a thing. It does work. I haven't actually, honestly, I haven't used it for that much. I use it to just find where the cheap parking is, and I go there.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes more sense. Yeah. Okay.
Because I mean, there's a couple of these, right? There's another one. Is it Parking Panda? Or maybe they were acquired by Spot here. I don't know. They have funny names, these things, but
I like it.
Parking is one of the banes of my existence here in Atlanta, especially. I hate paying for parking.
Yeah.
I recently had to pay $30 for like 4 hours or 5 hours in Midtown Atlanta.
That's painful.
Wow. Irritates
$30?
$30.
I've seen that. That's like some Manhattan parking rates right there. Like, man,
it's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I don't know what is happening. I mean, it's not that much space. Like, it's concrete. Like, come on. I know you need to make money, but come on, help us out here a little bit. But,
wow. Okay.
This is interesting. Uber's expanding in all different other kinds of ways. Although, I do wonder, like, if their vision of autonomous driving and like Uber's just picking you up and taking you wherever actually comes out to play. Like, is anybody need to park anywhere? Like, that's
I mean, they do seem like competing principles from their perspective. Yeah, that's a good point. But I mean, for the moment, like that's a long tail transition. So I mean, maybe they buy it, it's useful for a time, and then it phases out over time. But
I mean,
exactly. We're a long way from not having cars for individuals. Like that's a long way off, I think.
I can't see myself.
I like the idea of it. I just don't see it happening anytime soon. Americans are so like, I mean, we're about to dive down a different rabbit hole, but like we're so ruggedly individualistic. I mean, to a fault, that I think like it's almost a like core of our personality as a culture to like have a car, and that car is almost in some ways an expression of who you are, and it is your mode of transportation, your mode of getting out and interacting with the world in many ways. So I mean, I think we might be generations away from cars legitimately phasing out. So
anyway,
that's
I mean, like, where are you going to keep all your, Blue Blast and, what flavor is that? Blue, right?
Yeah.
It's blue flavor.
All right. Thank you for the Office reference. How a doomsday AI blog post wiped out billions. Somehow I didn't see this blog post. I saw a different AI blog post that also scared the bejesus out of me. But but not this one. But apparently there was one that came out, made the rounds, and wiped out a huge amount of market cap, right? I mean, is that the
basically it? Yeah. It basically said like, all these companies are in trouble. And it started going viral on social media, and then the stock market got a hold of it, and everybody stopped.
Was it saying that the AI companies are in trouble? Like that was that the premise?
No, the other companies are in trouble because AI is going to eat it all, right?
Well, I mean,
it's the same thing that like Andreessen Horowitz said a long time ago about software eating the world. Now it's like AI is going to eat the world.
Well, I mean, but for example, like Jack Dorsey just laid off a huge amount of people at I think Square, right? And it was largely because they could be replaced by AI. And now, like, I mean, to your point, and I think you're going to talk about this a little bit later, but like one developer, I think now can do the work of a team of developers. Like literally a team of developers as one developer. I mean, I was talking to our buddy Jeff this morning, and he was like, I'm away and I've got CloudWork doing this for me. And, I'm driving my kid to school and CloudWork's doing this work for me. And I'm like, like it's doing the work that an intern would have once done, except much faster, much more efficiently, and with less instruction, right? So like, it really is in many ways already, and on top of all of that, to the point that I've made several times, I think we're at a turning point. Once more people understand the power of some of these development tools, I think software as a service almost goes away because it's easier to build what you want than it is to find what you want and pay for it. And so like, there's still this public angst against that. So I think we're ways off from that really taking them. But like a great example is, I work with several clients and they'll tell me like, oh, we got this problem and we need to do this and we need to do this. And I'll be like, well, we have there are these SaaS solutions out there, or I could build exactly what you want, exactly to spec, unlovable, and you can have it, and it's like $20 a month. But they can't wrap their heads around it, and so they won't do it. And so we're going to hit an inflection point where that happens, and it's going to disrupt SaaS tool. I mean, everything's getting disrupted. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think we're on the verge. I've been thinking about this. We're on the verge of a higher level of competitiveness by smaller teams
Yes.
in
Yes.
a lot of these tools. Like big
Yes.
companies, I think should be concerned because we're not far off from almost any tool being able to be built by a very small team, and a
Yep.
small team being by maybe even one person.
One or I mean, we're
that could
yeah.
be competitive with some
Yeah.
of these tools.
I mean, they talk about like we're on the verge of having the first $1 billion company run by with one staff member, and
Right.
and I mean, as crazy as that sounds, like that maybe, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
not today, but certainly soon.
Yeah.
And there are for sure already multi-million-dollar companies run by one person. Like
Yeah.
that's for sure a thing.
Oh, I mean that's been true for a long time. I mean, there's like what is that site Built On or something like that, where you go in there and you find like what technology
tools they're
stack
using.
that
Yeah.
a company is using or
Yeah.
whatever. That's like 2 people,
Yeah.
and their run rate was something like it was millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And this is pre-AI,
Yeah.
mind you, right?
Whew.
So I think it's like, look, that has probably always existed. You just got to find the right niche. I don't know that it's existed to $1 billion company, but I think you're right. I think that is coming. And I don't know that it's necessarily a bad thing. Like, I think there's going to be a lot more competitive kind of markets. And I think there's going to be, because of that, a lot more innovation that ends up happening. But I don't know that everybody is going to build the tool that they want to have exist instead of just using somebody else's, because there is a overhead that ends up happening when you do that, right?
That's true.
Of the care and feeding and making sure it's safe and secure and all of those things. And sometimes, honestly, it's like everything else. It's worth just outsourcing that and letting somebody else that's just focused on that one thing do that.
Yeah,
but now the people that are going to be doing that might be a much smaller team. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Anyways, moving on from that doomsday AI scenario, although I don't think it is a doomsday AI scenario if you're ready to take the opportunity there. Something that is kind of dystopian, but this app is going to save you from it. This app warns you if someone is wearing smart glasses nearby. So here's the interesting thing about this. I have been reading some other stories, and I didn't tag them for Tech Talk Y'all because a little bit of a rabbit hole, and I was like, this is too much of a stuff. But this app is almost doing the same kind of thing. So what this app is doing is actually scanning for other Bluetooth signals that are emitted by the smart glasses, and because of the range of Bluetooth is limited, that's how it knows that there's smart glasses nearby. I like this. Yes, let me have this app. Or
I mean,
actually, I like the app that it's just like actively blocks the smart glasses, right? Like,
I mean, that's
I
think it's an interesting as a gimmick, right? But will someone ever really use it? No, I don't know why you ever would use it.
I mean, I think you might want to use this in places where you have classified or secret stuff or things like that, right? To make sure that nobody's just walking in with spy glasses, basically.
I can see that. I can see that. Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
I think there's some use cases. Movie theaters. Like, you don't want somebody coming in and filming, like doing a Kramer. You don't want them sneaking in a camera into the movie theater, right?
I did see, a friend sent me a link to, there's a new product out that does this for listening devices. It actually disrupts local listening devices. So you set it on the table next to you, and you push the button, and it like emits some like weird noise canceling signal, something that like, so you can't understand what people are saying. Which, I mean, again, like, interesting idea. Yeah. But if I'm in a coffee shop, I don't freaking care if people hear what I'm saying. It's like, I'm not talking about something that important. What I do care about when I'm in the coffee shop is when I'm eavesdropping to the person next to me that's getting sold on a multi-level marketing scheme. And I'm just like, no, dude, don't do it. Don't drink the whatever Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
I almost said lemonade.
Kool-Aid.
I know it's Kool-Aid. I know it's Kool-Aid. Almost. When's the last time you had Kool-Aid, Sanjay? Like, can you answer that for me? When is the last time?
Well over a decade, maybe even definitely 2 decades ago.
I'm sorry.
It's been a long time.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Are you telling me that sometime after you were 20 years old, you've had Kool-Aid? Really? I have not.
Maybe not. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah,
I don't think I've had Kool-Aid since I was like 6 years old. Like that's the last time I can remember. I vividly remember where I was, the kitchen I was in. It was at like a babysitter's house, like a daycare, like home daycare house.
Wow.
And they made Kool-Aid. And like I remember like those old like plastic, pitchers that everybody used to have.
Yeah,
it was kind of gross then too. Like I didn't really like it.
What?
What
are you talking about?
They used too much water. I think was the problem. They used way too much water. It's watered down Kool-Aid.
You can't water down Kool-Aid. That's anyway, Kool-Aid man's gonna come busting through the wall and say
I must have been
okay.
6 years old. That's my best guess. So
I remember having it in like before teenager, but like like late, like 11, 12.
All right.
Maybe 13. I remember having it around that time frame.
All right.
And I remember making it myself too. So like I didn't have people making it for me.
All right, next up, hands-on. I'm super impressed with the Galaxy S26 Ultra's new privacy display. This privacy display is, it's miraculous. Like it's like it. Everybody's seen those screen protectors where you can't, like the screen looks black from the side or from the top or whatever. And those are fine, but like this does it with the pixels in the phone somehow. And like you can like privacy protect like part of your screen, not all of your screen. Or mind blow. Like they've changed the way pixels operate in order to make it like, what is happening? This is crazy.
So yeah, it's not the actual pixels. It's a hardware. It's in the display.
Fine. Whatever.
It's in front of the actual pixels, but it is really kind of amazing. We talked about this earlier that this was coming. It is now out.
Yeah.
The only thing that I'm a little upset about, and not that I'm going to get a new phone because I just got a new Samsung about a year ago, is that it's only on the biggest of the 3 versions of the S26.
In all fairness, that's where you want it. It's on the one everybody can see. So yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah.
And the price point for that phone is $1,300, which is like that is way too much. So, but I'm hoping that what this does. So I'm hoping 2 things. I'm hoping 1, that people actually buy this and use it and are big fans of it. And I think they will be.
Yeah.
Because I don't want this innovation to go away because Samsung's like, oh, nobody cares about this. Let's not keep making it.
Yeah.
And 2, that the price point of this technology, I'm sure was expensive, comes down and starts proliferating across all of their phones and is just a standard feature. Kind of like how Gorilla Glass is, right? Like all of our phones have pretty much all of them have Gorilla Glass now.
Right.
And always like they always tell you the number. And I'm like, I don't know what this means.
Yeah.
Just tell me that it's not going to break. If that's good, if that's what it's going to do, I'm in.
Yeah.
And so, hopefully this technology is something that proliferates and hopefully Samsung will be smart about this and also license it to other companies to have them use it in their phones as well, because I think this is a good thing. And of course, once Apple has this in their phones, they're going to talk about it like it's the first thing ever that's ever been invented.
Listen,
it's so amazing and nobody's ever seen it before.
I think but hold on now. Apple's well aware that they're not inventing things. They're very
but they talk about it like, can you believe it? We have this now.
Yeah.
And all of us that have Android are like, yeah, dude, we've had it for a decade.
But that's true. That's true. But they do tend to release it in a more polished version than what has previously been around as well. So I get. I get
more
where you're
polished than
coming
the
from.
version from 10 years ago, but not more polished than the version that exists today.
I think that might be debatable in some ways. We'll see.
Okay, Apple fanboy.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know that I'd go that far. So,
none of us are Tesla fanboys, and this is yet another reason why. Tesla touts California robotaxis, but does nothing to get permits. Par for the course for
you need
Elon.
No permits. Just go out and make some money. You know what I'm saying?
So in the last year, they have logged exactly 0 miles on autonomous driving for robotaxi, which is what you need to do to get a permit to do robotaxis.
Yeah.
So where you at?
Less than ideal.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we'll just keep rolling. FedEx will refund customers for Trump's tariffs if there ever are any refunds. So apparently the way it works is when there are tariffs, FedEx pays the tariff and then passes that fee along to the customer. And so if they get refunds on those tariffs, they'll pass those refunds along to the customer. Simple, easy peasy.
So
okay.
The reason I tagged this story was I was sent a letter by FedEx saying, and I got the letter right here, saying that I owed them a tariff on a product that I'm actually going to talk about in a future episode as a tech rec. I just realized I've never talked about it, but so this product came from Europe, and this tariff bill I'm looking at right now, I didn't tell them to pay; they just paid it for me. $70.40, so $65.90 in customs duty, and then a $4.50 disbursement fee. And they're like, you owe this, you need to pay this to get your thing. And I'm like, well, but I already got my thing. Why should I pay you? Like, you can't hold this over me. I already have the thing. So I delayed and delayed and delayed by weeks. And I finally got around to like looking at dealing with this. And then the tariffs were struck down. They'd emailed me as well. So they sent me like letters in the mail as well as an email.
Right.
So I replied back to the email and was like, hey, those tariffs are illegal. So I guess I don't know this, right? And so win for procrastination right there. And so they responded back and said, yeah, there's a lot of confusion about this. We're working on it. We'll let you know what happens.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks
That's amazing.
for writing.
That's amazing.
Because look, in my theory, look, if I pay them this $7.40, I got to go after the U.S. government for like my $65.
Yeah.
Like that's just not going to happen, right?
No.
And the cost to me is going to be impressive. FedEx going after them for millions of dollars, if not tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
They got the lawyers on retainer. They're already on staff. They need something to do. They're going to go do that. So
yeah, they are.
Good job, FedEx. Go do that.
Way.
Don't ask me for tariff money because I'm not paying.
That's the way. I like it.
Go.
I like it. All right. What? Oh, you're next.
Yeah. Next up, something that I didn't know existed, and this is kind of awesome. Android's Find Hub adds iPhone-like luggage tracking links. One of the times that iPhone or Android is actually stolen from iPhone, maybe. It's actually many times that
iPhone just stole from whatever that tag thing is that we used to have. So it's insane.
So here's the thing. I in a previous episode, I talked about the Chipolo AirTag, not AirTags, but the little Chipolo tags that work on either the iPhone or the Android network. And we've been using them as we travel, slipping them into our bags. It has been fantastic to know exactly that the bags have gotten loaded onto the plane, where they are, and all of those kinds of things. So what they're adding now is the ability to share temporarily a link to track those bags or those tags with the airline so that they can go on down your bag and not be like, I don't know where the bag is.
Yeah.
While you're just there like, here it is. I can show you where it is. Go get it.
Right.
So this is interesting. This is a good thing.
This technology falls for me into the category of I like it. I see the need for it. I have not ever once benefited from using it. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've got AirTags. I put them in things. I put them in bags. I've gone traveled. I put them in bags. I've had them in, I put them in kids' backpacks so I can see, like, are they on the way home on the bus? You know, like, we've done all that.
Wait, you don't use Live 360 or do they not have phones?
No phone. Yeah. No phone for the, no phone for the elementary school kids. So
yeah.
So like, so so it's fine, but it's just like, okay. Like I've only ever lost one bag while traveling. And that one bag, to my chagrin, was all of my rock climbing gear from a rock climbing trip that was $2,000 worth of gear. And I was flying, I believe I was flying Delta, bags just gone. And they were like, hey, if you can give us proof of purchase, we'll refund what was in the bag. And I was like, no problem. Because I had bought it all through REI, and I just went to REI. I was like, hey, I need a proof of purchase for everything I bought. And they were like, here you go. And they gave me a printout, and I handed that to the airline, and they were like, here's a check. And so I went and bought all new gear. It was great.
Wow.
So like my only experience would have been actually worse if I'd had an AirTag in that particular situation. So
I mean, you could have been like, no, there's no AirTag in there. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's gone. So anyway, I don't know. I get it. I get the desire. I don't know. It's not been super useful for me. So,
I've had interesting things like I've got even one in my wallet, the little card version of Chipolo, and my phone will remind me like, hey, did you leave your wallet behind? And I've actually done it intentionally, but it's like it's nice to see it say that like when I've.
Do you still have one of those like big thick leather like George from Seinfeld wallets, or like
No,
do you have like
no.
okay?
I've got a wallet or something like that. It's a thin wallet. It's like super thin. It's like made out of Tyvek.
Okay.
So it doesn't
like a front pocket wallet sort of thing.
Oh, definitely front pocket.
Front pocket
Yeah.
wallet. Yeah. Okay. Back pocket wallets are like.
I can't believe how long I lived doing the back pocket
like
thing.
Sitting on a wallet. Like what in the world?
It's crazy.
What were you
like,
thinking? Why would anybody
do that?
I
did that. Like
it's crazy.
That's just ridiculous.
It's
and
nuts.
I did that for like a decade.
I know.
I saw the light and like,
it's crazy.
I still feel like I have too much stuff in my wallet, but I need to.
Yeah, I keep 3 cards. That's all I got. 3 cards.
3 cards. See, I'm more than that, unfortunately. So
3 cards is it. So
yeah.
Another Oracle outage is messing up US TikTok. I did not experience this. I haven't really been on a lot of TikTok lately, so no effect to me. But there you go. Growing pains, management pains.
Unsurprising that a bunch of people that have never run a large social media service like this have taken over social media service and then have failed at it multiple times.
It happens.
Like, this is like what happened before we knew anything. I remember the good old days of social media and getting fail whales on Twitter.
That was so good.
Kind of missed the fail whale.
The fail whale was so good.
I also miss Twitter.
I kind of wonder when the last sighting of the fail whale was.
It was probably a long time ago now at this point. Although one would say maybe X.com is a fail whale in general.
We're gonna skip Weird and Wacky because we don't have anything weird and wacky to share. But stay tuned for Tech Recs.
Tech Rec, time to get your Tech Rec.
Tech Rec, chicky.
Tech Rec, time to get your Tech Rec.
All right, Sanjay, it's your turn to go first. What is the Tech Rec you have for us today?
So it's the thing that you and I talk about a lot, which is TogetherLetters.
Dude, so good.
So we have been actually in the process of converting over TogetherLetters from the old service that it was when we built it, which was Ruby on Rails, built and running on a server. And now just saying this feels like, oh man, that's just so old now at this point. And now instead it's all running in JavaScript and Next.js. But for the regular users, what this means is updates and changes and fixes are happening a lot more often.
Yeah.
We've updated the editor that people can use for responses. There's even an emoji picker there.
Yep.
Although just yesterday, our friend Mickey was giving me a suggestion on making the emoji picker better. And so now it is a task in our bug tracking for a future thing. It'll probably get fixed in not too long. I've got a bunch of other stuff that I need to get done in there, but it is great. And so because of this move, we're actually starting to implement some new things that are going to be coming down the line for TogetherLetters that hopefully will expand the usage of this pretty dramatically, and mainly for large organizations as well to make this much more useful for them. So if you've ever wanted to stay in touch with friends and family or any other group of people, your alumni group from college or high school or wherever, check out TogetherLetters, and it's easy to start. 10 people or less are free forever.
Yep.
And we're going to actually be doing some things with TogetherLetters in the future. We're going to ask help from the audience here when we do some of those things to kind of help promote what we've got going on. But in the meantime, go give it a try. We would love to see some names of some Tech Talk Y'all listeners and OG listeners kind of in the feed using TogetherLetters. So that is my Tech Rec. What about you, Adam? What do you got for us this week?
I'm going to recommend Whisper Flow. Whisper spelled without the H for some reason, because, that's how you spell things these days. Whisper,
it's funny because I saw this in the show notes and I was like, I think you lost the H. But
no, it's
they lost the H.
So I saw someone describe this app as what voice dictation on a computer should be. And so essentially, whenever I'm in any text field and I need to type something, I can just hold down a hotkey on my keyboard and start talking. And what's nice is like for example, let's say I'm dictating an email to you, Sanjay, And so I could say, hey, John. Oh, wait, no, this is to Sanjay. Hey, Sanjay, blah, 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 blah. And when I finish dictating, it'll realize, oh, he didn't mean to say John at first. It'll leave all that out. It'll just say, hey, Sanjay, comma. So it'll actually like correct it, or it'll create a bulleted list, or it'll create a numbered list, or it'll format it the way that you should format something. So it's not just straight text dictation. It's like thoughtful text dictation, or voice to text dictation, which is really nice.
Interesting.
And because you can talk roughly 4 times faster than you can type, and I certainly can, and with far less mistakes, it saves an insane amount of time. And so like I find myself, like even this morning, I was looking at an email, and before I was using this, I would have just been like, oh, I'll respond to that later. I don't have time to deal with that right now. But because I can do it so much faster and just like flow of thought, I just held down the hotkey, started talking. It drafted the email. It was great. And this is cool too. You can also have it set where when it's in an email program, it has a more formal tone and formats it in a more formal way. And when it's in a text messaging program, it's a more informal, like you can do all that too. So it's really neat. And it's like $150 a year, $156 a year, I think. I'm definitely going to buy it. It's great. It's got a phone app. The phone app's just kind of okay. But the computer app is magical. So
I'm looking at it. Yeah, so it's available for Mac, Windows, iPhone, and Android.
Yep, it's great. So highly recommend.
I might have to take a look at this.
All right, Sanjay, how can our listeners find and connect with you?
They can find me at sanjayparekh.com. What about you, Adam?
Find me on my website, adamjwalker.com. It's got links to everything. No recent blog posts because I've been real lazy about that, but it is what it is. So
it is what it is.
What was your favorite Kool-Aid flavor? That's the question.
I mean, it's always red, right? Like
I thought so. Like, is there another flavor? Like, all I remember is red. There are. There's like
purple, which is grape or something.
Whenever I think Kool-Aid, all I think is blood red. That's all I think.
It's because the Kool-Aid man is blood red. He's bleeding from those walls he breaks.